The 80 by 20 rule, the secret to success. Imagine you're baking a cake. You spend hours measuring ingredients, mixing the batter, and baking it in the oven. But when you finally take it out, you realize that the middle is still raw. What happened? You probably spent most of your time on the wrong things. You focused on measuring the ingredients precisely, even though that only has a small impact on the final result. You didn't focus on baking the cake for the right amount of time, which is much more important. The 80 by 20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, can help you avoid this problem. This rule states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. In other words, a small number of actions have a big impact, while most actions have a small impact. This rule applies to many areas of life. For example, in business, 80% of your sales come from 20% of your customers. In relationships, 80% of your happiness comes from 20% of your relationships. In health, 80% of your health benefits come from 20% of your healthy habits. The key to success is to identify the 20% that matters most and focus your efforts on those things. This means saying no to distractions and focusing on the things that will make the biggest difference. Here are a few tips for applying the 80 by 20 rule. Track your time and results. This will help you see where you're spending your time and what's actually giving you results. Set priorities. Once you know where you're spending your time, you can start to set priorities. Focus on the things that are most important and that will give you the biggest results. Delegate or eliminate tasks. If a task isn't important or doesn't give you results, delegate it to someone else or eliminate it altogether. The 80 by 20 rule is a powerful tool that can help you achieve more with less. By focusing on the 20% that matters most, you can make significant progress in your life. So what are you waiting for? Start applying the 80 by 20 rule today. The 80 by 20 rule in action. Have you ever felt like you're working hard but not getting anywhere? You're not alone. Many people fall into the trap of focusing on the wrong things, wasting time on activities that don't matter. So how can you apply the 80 by 20 rule to your life? Here are a few tips. 1. Identify the 20% that matters most. Start by tracking your time and results. This will help you see where you're spending your time and what's actually giving you results. Once you have this information, you can start to identify the 20% of activities that are giving you 80% of your results. These are the activities that you should focus on. 2. Eliminate or delegate the rest. For the remaining 80% of activities that are giving you 20% of your results, you have two options. Eliminate them. If an activity is not important and doesn't give you results, simply eliminate it from your life. Delegate them. If an activity is important but doesn't require your specific skills, delegate it to someone else. 3. Focus on your strengths. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. The key to success is to focus on your strengths and outsource or eliminate your weaknesses. For example, if you're good at writing but not at math, you could hire a bookkeeper to handle your finances. This would allow you to focus on your strengths and improve your results. The 80 by 20 rule is a powerful tool that can help you achieve more with less. By focusing on the 20% that matters most, you can make significant progress in your life. Here are a few examples of how you can apply the 80 by 20 rule in different areas of your life. Business. Focus on your most profitable customers. 80% of your sales come from 20% of your customers. Identify your most profitable customers and focus your marketing and sales efforts on them. Delegate administrative tasks. Administrative tasks can take up a lot of time. If you're not good at them, delegate them to someone else so you can focus on more important things. Relationships. Spend time with the people who matter most. 80% of your happiness comes from 20% of your relationships. Make time for the people who are most important to you and nurture those relationships. Learn to say no. It's okay to say no to requests that aren't important or that will take up too much of your time. Health. Focus on the most important health habits. 80% of your health benefits come from 20% of your healthy habits. Focus on the most important health habits, such as eating a healthy diet, getting regular exercise, and getting enough sleep. The 80 by 20 rule is a simple but powerful principle that can help you improve your life in many ways. By focusing on the 20% that matters most, you can achieve more with less and live a more fulfilling life. Overcoming challenges to the 80 by 20 rule. The 80 by 20 rule is a powerful tool, but is not always easy to apply. There are a number of challenges that can get in your way, including fear of change. Many people are afraid of change, even when it's for the better. If you're afraid of change, you may be reluctant to let go of the 80% of activities that aren't giving you results. Lack of focus. It's easy to get distracted, especially in today's world. If you don't have a strong focus, you may find yourself spending time on activities that aren't important. Peer pressure. It can be difficult to resist peer pressure, especially when you're young. If your friends are doing things that aren't in line with the 80 by 20 rule, you may feel pressure to do the same. How can you overcome these challenges? Here are a few tips. Start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Start by making small changes, such as eliminating 1 or 2 activities that aren't important. Set goals. Having goals will give you something to focus on and help you stay motivated. When you set goals, make sure they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Find a support system. Having people who support you can make it easier to stay on track. Find a friend, family member, or colleague who is also interested in applying the 80 by 20 rule. The 80 by 20 rule is a powerful tool that can help you improve your life in many ways. By overcoming the challenges, you can focus on the 20% that matters most and achieve more with less. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.